Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Baruch Haba. We're continuing in Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Kuf Chav Daled. We're in the middle of Sif Ches. The Rama brought a Yesh Machmirin that even if you're not mechuyev in a bracha, you should not answer Amen if you don't know what bracha is being said. That's also called an Amen Yisoima. The Rama continues, V'lo yamtin im anias ha'amen. Don't delay answering Amen. Elamiyad kishakila abracha yan Amen. As soon as the bracha has ended, you should immediately respond to Amen. Says Mishna miyad v'tach kedei dibur kedibur dami. Within kedei dibur, which is the amount of time it takes to say Shalom Aleichem Rabbi Meir, that is like there is no interval at all. V'shir tach kedei dibur hu machlokes haposkim. How long tach kedei dibur is a machlokes. Yeshayim shloisha tevois. Some say it's Shalom Aleichem Rabbi, and some is V'yeshayim arba tevois, and some say it's 4 words. Here the Mishnah Berura brings down a machlokes. Lahalacha in Siman Reish Vav Sivkan Yud Beis in the Shar Tzion and Sivkan Yud, and in Siman Tav Pei Zayin Sivkan Daled and the Shar Tzion there's Sivkan Gimel, and in Siman Tav Kuf Pei Beis Sivkan Zayin he paskins Tach Kedei Dibur 3 words, that it's not a machlokes. Later on in Siman Reish Samach Zayin he writes it's 4 words. Rav Chaim Kanievsky says the Ikar is it's 3 words. Why? Because that's what the Mishnah Berura is soisem in 2 places. Even though in one place he's soisem, it's 4 words. The Shar Tzion later on is matmi on the Prima Gadim who writes it's 4 words. And the Shar Tzion says most Rishonim, the Rambam, and most Achronim hold it's 3 words. Later on, Siman Reish Samach Zayin, he brings it's 4 words. Well, you have to know the context. Somebody who forgot on Shabbos to say Shomer Amo Yisrael La'ad, someone who forgot and said Shomer Amo Yisrael La'ad instead of Hapir Sukkah Shem Aleinu Akal Amo Yisrael, he could fix it if he didn't wait more than 4 words. What's the pshat? Why here does the Mishnah Berura have a more liberal definition? The answer is because there, even if you don't fix it, it's not a big deal. It's not really. It's not relevant if you said Shomer Amo Yisrael La'ad. So even if you don't fix it, it's fine. So we give you more space to fix it. Einoi mafsid if you fix it up to even 4 words. So in other words, basically, since it doesn't really matter, and if you don't do it, it's okay. So there's nothing to lose if you fix it even up to Tach Kedei Dibur of 4 words. Fine. The Mishnah Berura continues. If your Amen is more than 4 words away, you should not answer at all. If there's a tzibur, we hold that while the majority of the tzibur is still answering Amen, it's considered within the time frame of the bracha. And everyone's allowed to answer with them. So even if it takes more than 4 words, even if it takes, 9 words, but if the majority of the tzibur is still answering Amen, you're still within the time frame. The Dirshu brings, what if you finish simultaneously? You finish your bracha together with the shots. Rav Shlomo Zalman says, what you could do is you wait achar kedei dibur of your own bracha, so it doesn't look like you're answering Amen to your own bracha, as long as it's still within that roiv of the tzibur is still answering Amen. Rav Moshe says that if you finish the bracha tach kedei dibur of your friend, you could answer Amen. As long as there are other people answering Amen, you could answer Amen even tach kedei dibur. Okay. Sivkatan Lamed Hey. As soon as the bracha is over, you should answer Amen. V'im hashel tzimra marach benigan shal v'yemru. You know, he does a whole chazanish shtick. he says Da'amiran bi'alma. As soon as he says Da'amiran bi'alma, you just say V'imru amen. You just say amen. Don't wait for his Chazanusha piece. Yoimra kom amen miyad ki hanigun have a hefsek. His cantorial rendition is a hefsek. V'davka marach harbe benigun. That's only if it's extremely elongated. V'davka in Kaddish. And that's only for Kaddish, because the V'imru amen is a new thing, and it's not the end of the bracha. So you can answer amen to what he said, the amiran biyama, that we say in this world, so you say amen. You don't have to hear V'imru amen. But if, let's say, the chazan is saying, Baruch Hada Roifei Choyle Amo Yisrael, he gives a whole Yisrael, you gotta wait till he's done with the word Yisrael. Shekvar Kila Etzam HaBakasha, Achar Tevas Bizman Kariv, Ayachar Tevas Amiran biyama. By Kaddish, he's already finished the actual bakasha after the words Bizman Kariv, or the Amiran biyama. But if the Shel Tzibur is Marech, B'shar bracha b'soifa be'ezah negun, if the Shel Tzibur is elongating the end of any other bracha with a tune, lo yana amen kol zman shelo yisiyam es etzem hateva shel bracha, you can't answer amen until he finishes the word of that bracha. However, to sing a bracha, the Shevet HaLevi says, do not be marech yoiser midai. Riboy hanigin is not connected to the bracha, and it's a hefsek. Amen kitsara. Okay, weiter in the mechaber. V'lo yana amen kitsara. Don't answer a short amen. 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 B'ich b'shmai umain. B'shmai. No, you can't do that. It has to have some duration. Why? Ela aruka ktsas. It has to have some duration. Kedei shucha loymar kel melech ne'aman. It has to take the amount of time. The amen needs to occupy the amount of time that it would take to say kel melech ne'aman. But it shouldn't be too long. It is not properly enunciated if it's too long. So it should be just right. It says Mishabura Amen Kitsara. The reason why you shouldn't say an Amen Kitsara is that it looks like it's a burden. Like you want to spit it out. You can't say Umain, Umain, Umain. No, you can't do that. Now, it's interesting because that's not what the Mechaber says. The Mechaber says it's because it should take the amount of time that it since it's short for Kel Melech Ne'aman, it should take that amount of time. Ela Kedei Sheyuchal Kizeu Perushay Shel Amen. Amen means Kel Melech Ne'aman. V'chana b'sevav v'hu Rashi Teva Shela. It means that, and it also stands for that. So the Amen needs to take some duration. It can't be too brief, and it can't be too long. Tes, im yesh ktsas meha oinim shema'arichin yois midai in tzarch hamavarch lahamtin lahem. If you have some responders, and their amen is taking too long, you don't have to wait for them. Meaning, the chazan wants to start the next bracha, but you have some guys gurgling the amen. He doesn't have to wait for those guys. If some people are being marach in the amen, the chazan doesn't have to wait for those guys to move on. But for the majority of the tzibur, mechuyev lahamtin b'chalat tefillah, he has to wait in the whole tefillah. Shaloi lahaschal b'bracha shel achreya, not to begin the next bracha ad sheyanu amen, until you answer amen. V'chein b'kaddish, likewise in kaddish, shaloi lahaschal yisbarach ad sheyanu haroiv amen yehishmei rabba. You have runaway chazanim. Most chazanim are runaway chazanim. And they start the Yisparach while 90% of the people are still saying Amen Yeshmei Rabba. In order to do that, you have to wait until most people finish completing Amen Yeshmei Rabba. V'chein kol ka'agavna, or anything of the like. In our many sins. In other words, don't think this is a small thing. Don't think, oh, this is just a matter of protocol. It's a sin. It's navera to do it. It's navera to jump the gun. They grab the start. They grab the start of the next bracha, take off achar siyum bracha shalfanea, before, immediately, after the completion of the bracha prior. They don't wait in between at all. Sha'ar Tshuva says ma'akiv even b'di'eved. What does that mean? Meaning, the people, you're being machshel the people. All the people answering amen when you've started the next bracha or the next part of Kaddish, you're being machshel them because they're not allowed to be answering amen. Once the chazan moves on, they're not allowed to be answering amen. So aside from the fact that you're not doing the right thing, you're causing people to stumble. Okay, we'll hold it over here. Have a good day, everyone. Shayach.